Okay, hey guys, it's Victor, gimmeabreakman, gimmeaflakeman, king of the morons, godfather of J-vlogging. If you don't know, I wear many hats. Wear many hats. Long time no see, guys. Long time no see. It has been a long time since I haven't touched this bottle in about 10 days. I bought this bottle a couple weeks ago. I think I drank like almost a fourth of it one night. And didn't do anything after that. Left alone. Didn't feel like it. Been really busy. I've been tired, honestly. And Tomoko Sensei, Tomoko Desu, she said, Victor, you're just tired. You're just tired. And tonight we went out. I went out with Tomoko and some other YouTubers. I can't talk about it too much because whoops, because I don't want to give away something coming up in the future. But we went out, we had a really good time, and we made videos. Not for my channel, for their channel. I took a picture though. I will put them, I'm looking those here. Cheers though, cheers. And apologies to everyone because apparently I've made many of you worry that I'm in some deep funk. But let me explain the way the internet works in time. And I'll try my best not to be a condescending asshole. But the last two videos I made on the same day, and I happen to be partially in a funk that day. In the beginning, the first video I actually wasn't that disappointed or depressed. I just didn't really feel like going out, and I apologize to the two guys that I met because they went out of their way to meet me, and I just didn't feel like going. But I felt like I had to go. I felt but in the past I've often done things I didn't feel like doing, and they turn out all right. And this particular evening it did not turn out all right. Excuse me. That's good. Long time. So apologies. This is a video of apologies. So my first apology goes out to the fact that I'm kind of a jerk sometimes, in the last video, I guess, the last video that's visible right now. I'll get to that in a minute. I was a bit of a jerk about people who want to meet me and shit like that, and I didn't, I was just in a funk. It was no big deal. And those two videos, remember the last two videos, they both shot on the same day, so those of you who think, oh, Victor's in a big depression, and what was the other thing? Oh, the other thing I thought was pretty funny was, I'm going through a midlife crisis, okay? No, it's just, I feel down. Like I said in the video, I feel down once every few months or so, maybe twice a year, And recently I've been working a lot, every day, and tired, and a wife's been sick, and worries, just not really worries, just tired. Anyway, but I went out with a gang today, and we shot videos, and we had a really good time. And Tomoko was saying, "See, Victor, all you had to do is make videos, and you'll feel better." And maybe she's right. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, what's funny is that I've been so busy, I didn't even feel like drinking. And I said to Tomoko tonight, she goes, "What? You don't feel like drinking? Oh my God, that's terrible." Probably a good thing. But I do have some apologies to make, and excuse me for gulping on camera. I do have some apologies to make, and I like to share those with you. The first one is to Tomoko, because I've been kind of I'm a little bit short-tempered. I want things to work out well, and I'm sometimes short-tempered, and sometimes things don't. And I've shown that to Tomoko, and Tomoko's very sensitive. So so this first apology should go to, of course, to my co-host Tomoko from Tomoko Desu, and now that she has other YouTubers in Nagoya to play with, I better be extra nice to her. I'm going to lose her to Regan and Shane and Kazuko and other people. But honestly, I'm really glad that she's having a really good time. She's really enjoying herself, and it makes me happy to see that. And I feel just a little bit happy that I helped her, find this this outlet for her creativity and her energy, because she's such a positive person. Yeah, so Tomoko, I'm sure you're gonna watch this. I'm sorry if I'm sometimes short-tempered and I want to make videos that you don't want to make. So, because I like doing like edgy or things that I imagine are edgy and controversial, and I shouldn't push her to do that kind of stuff. So that's the first apology. The second apology I like to make goes to Ryan Boundless, and I'll send this to you, Ryan. I'll tell you it's at the 5-minute mark. But I made the last video. I talked about how he shouldn't he shouldn't try to compare himself with blacks, and I still believe that. I'm not backing off that. But I should have pointed out that in his video, he's obviously joking. So I don't know how much of that you really want to take at face value. So maybe none of it, you know. But it is true that many white people do make that comparison. Oh, I finally realized what discrimination is and what black people must feel like back in the States. Yeah, and I'm not really talking to Ryan Boundless about that, because I don't really know him that well. I've seen a few of his videos, and I respect him as a vlogger. I often don't like some of the material he puts up, but that's good because they're compelling. If I just liked them, they'd be kind of boring, right? They're compelling. He does stuff that I probably... he shows part of himself that is not always the most appealing side. You know what I mean? He's not afraid to show himself, which is something that I do admire very much. I think a lot of us are phony. And I was talking about this today with Regan about the philosophical aspects of vlogging, you know, because how honest can we be? And as soon as I turn on this camera, you know, how does it change me? Ironically, what if I'm really a dishonest son of a bitch, but when I turn on the camera, I become really honest? Then in a way, isn't that also a lie? Do you know what I mean? It's one of those, you know, what is the sound of one hand clapping? If a tree falls in the forest, does anyone hear it smash the ground, or whatever it goes, hear it fall? You know what I'm saying. But it's interesting, this vlogging thing that we do. I really strive to be honest with you guys, and I think most YouTubers, most J-vloggers at least let's talk about J-vloggers only. I think there are very few J-vloggers who are honestly as raw and honest as Ryan Boundless. There are others who claim to be. And I'm not gonna talk about them, but there's a lot of guys who brag about being that way, and I think they're not. They're full of shit. They're full of lies. They lie a lot, and they create these lies that I don't know why they even bother, you know, which is something that kind of bugs me. Like, I understand keeping silent on issues. I understand not wanting to share everything, but going out of your way to lie about things that are just simply not true to create some kind of image for you on YouTube, and on top of that, telling people that you are the most raw and honest blogger around, that kind of pisses me off. There are a lot of honest bloggers who hide quite a bit of their lives, but they're still honest. But anyway, they don't go around bragging about it. Ryan doesn't either. Ryan doesn't brag about it either, but I think he is. I think he's one of the rawest vloggers out there, and I have a hat today, so hats off to you, Ryan. You are doing a great job that way. That's another apology. The last apology, well, I'm going to have to split this in 2 videos because I'm using the good camera. The next apology I'd like to do goes out to everyone who saw the video entitled, what's it called? Case of the Girl in the Bloody Skirt. And this is going to be a tough one. I put up a video a few days ago because I saw a girl, and I have a school that is on the edge of a part of town, of a seedy part of town. So my school is right on the edge of it. It's on the good part, right? But if you go past my school 1 block, it's seedy. There was a murder on the corner. There was a shooting right next door to the school. Okay, where there used to be. It's now a parking lot, but it used to be like a fake gambling place. And a Chinese guy was beat to death. You can find that video right on the corner. And in that area, there are a lot of host and hostess bars, and women who work in that area are mostly. I won't say prostitutes, because prostitutes it's illegal in Japan. You know it doesn't exist, but there are many women who work in that field, the nightlife. We call it mizu shobai, the water trade. And the other day, I was getting off the subway, and a very hot girl walking in front of me wearing a tight little miniskirt, white miniskirt, or maybe it was a dress, I don't know. Anyway, but she had a bit of blood between her legs. But it was on the outside. And in my mind, because I am a man of the world and I've been around, I was sure those bloodstains were the result of her having quick sex right before coming out of her apartment and coming to work, okay? That's my honest opinion. You want raw? That's what I thought. It did not seem to me that she was on her menstrual cycle. That's not what I saw. That's not what I thought. So when I was publicly shaming her, as a lot of you stated, for her menstrual cycle, which I admit would be pretty shitty if I was like making fun of her for bleeding because of her period, that would be pretty shitty. But in my mind, she was honestly just a lazy prostitute who couldn't have bothered to change her skirt or wash up before, had a little nookie before going to work. And I was kind of I mean, you might think it's funny, but really, you're going to work and you're dressed like, come on, go change. Have a little respect for the customers, a little work ethic. Anyway, I don't want to harp too much on this thing, but it was first of all, the most important thing I should say about this is I was wrong. I shouldn't have put a video up that way without at least some clarification, and maybe I shouldn't put it up at all. Yeah. Because even if she is, I guess to be honest, I hate to say it, but I was probably being a little bit insensitive to the working girl. She's a prostitute, so I don't have to respect her. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that looked that way either. I feel sorry, to be honest, I feel a little bit sorry for some prostitutes, but at the same time, I also feel like some of them are kind of... they've accepted a role in their lives that they didn't particularly have to take, especially in this country where there's so many opportunities. And I don't know, maybe I do feel a bit of disdain towards them. But at the same time, I do feel sorry for someone who has to do something like that, and they make their living appealing to men's the basest need, or need? Is it need? Desire? Lust? I feel sorry for them because, of course, not all, but many of us, we do have that lust, but we don't. But that's not all there is to us, and I think I've been lucky enough to stop, just to think with this head. Let's just put it that way. All right, I'm pretty good about controlling that aspect of my nature, and seeing women, I think, and I've always been a proponent of women's rights and things like that. I've marched in Washington and things like that. I really have, but the thing is, it's kind of it's not a slippery slope, but it's hard to decide which is the correct way, because don't you think a woman has every right, or a human being has every right to do whatever they want with their body? If the woman wants to sell her body, I guess it's her right. But at the same time, I do think that I think that most women can't deal with men being. That's it. Men are too much. Men in general are assholes, and if you want to do that, if you want to become that kind of woman, a woman who sells her body, then you're basically going to have to numb or kill part of your personality and basically treat all men with distrust. And I think that's sad, but also it's a choice that people make. So I don't know. I remember living in Argentina years and years ago, and there were women marching the Argentinians used, I don't know if they still do this, but they used to march for whatever reason. They were marching, they were protesting all the time. And there was a march of prostitutes marching to make prostitution illegal, or I guess it was legal then. Does that make sense? Maybe it was legal. And they were trying to make it more illegal. I don't remember exactly, but they thought, they were against prostitution, ex-prostitutes. Anyway, I put up the video the other day simply because I had the opportunity. I was walking, I was filming, and I was thinking, and I wanted to give you a little insight into my world and just show you. And sure, I didn't need to show you the video of the girl, And for those of you who are really curious, the video is unlisted now, so I will put a link in the bottom of in the description. There's nothing to see, really. I'm telling you, everything in this video is everything you need to know. But if you want to go see, you can judge. I did put a filter on it. I really can't, I wouldn't be able to recognize her if I saw her tomorrow. And looking back at the video, I was thinking, you know, it could even be a man. I really don't know. But the bloodstains would still be, in fact, the bloodstains might even, that might explain the bloodstains even better if she were actually a man. But I just wanted to, I guess I was trying to be raw and be, you know, show you real Japan in an unedited way. And it was insensitive. So I do apologize, and I guess, and that's why I took it down, or I privatized it after 2 hours. But yeah, for those of you who thought I was being a dick, because you thought I was making fun of a woman who was on her period, no, that's not what I was doing in my mind. In my mind, I thought, oh, and then it wasn't just that. It was like, shouldn't I tell her? I was torn, because I'm the kind of guy who tells people shit like that. I go up to people all the time. But this one, I was like, oh, I don't know. What should I do, you know? And as soon as I started talking to the camera, I guess the question, the answering the question was not the issue anymore. It was more talking to you guys. And I started, you know, trying to frame the picture so I could get her in the background. But honestly, I don't think I exposed her or what did people say? Someone even said I was cyberbullying her. I don't think that counts as cyberbullying if the chances are they're never going to see it. If you go into your bathroom right now and yell, "Victor is a faggot, cocksucking motherfucker," whatever kind of insult you want to make, or even tell all your friends that, I don't think that's cyberbullying. And even if you upload a video right now and I don't see it, how is that cyberbullying? I don't understand. I think for cyberbullying to work, the victim must receive the bullying. It can't just exist, in my opinion. Okay, but I do apologize for that, and I will do my best in the future to be more sensitive to, you know, well, how about this? To have more common sense. Okay. I even told my wife, I said, "You remember that video I told you I took and I uploaded?" She goes, and I said, "Oh, really?" And she said, "What do people think?" And I said, "Oh, they hated it." And she goes, "Of course they're gonna hate it." So, and my wife thinks it's a period too, but I completely disagree. And I'm not gonna tell my wife why. I'm pretty sure that she doesn't know what she's talking about. Anyway, that's me. So let's continue. That's the first apology. Next apology goes to Muslim people. And this is a long, old apology. I should have apologized a long time ago. Quite a few months ago, I made one of these random, you know, train of thought videos. And I made some crack about, unless you're Muslim and you want to blow yourself up. And I made a joke like that. And I started thinking about that. I got a lot of shit for that. And I've met quite a few Muslims at the Hanami party in April in Tokyo. And they're I hate to generalize, but they were all really the nicest people. Everyone was nice. I met a lot of nice people who happen to be Muslim, right? I don't think they were nice because they were Muslim, but they were just nice anyway. But because I know them and I made a thoughtless, senseless, cheap joke like that, and it's completely undeserved, because if you look at all the people who attacked other people in the world, Muslims are not at the top of the list. They get a lot of press because of what's happening now, but if you look at the history of people who we should be, you know, making fun of, I guess middle-aged white guys. No, I'm sorry, American white guys in their 20s are probably the craziest and the most dangerous, and not Muslim people. Oh yeah, and this is a combination. And on the last video, there was one guy who thought, "Oh, Victor, you're going through a midlife crisis, and you should accept Jesus." Okay. Now, no offense to any of you who believe in Jesus, but there's nothing people like me hate more than people who are trying to convert you to Jesus. Okay, we just don't care. We don't want to hear it. We're not interested. At least I'm not, and I'm telling you now. Now, I did get an email from a guy named Ben on my Facebook, which I rarely check. Best way to contact me, by the way, is gimmeabreakman@gmail.com. But Ben said, "Here's a cure for your depression. Victor, a cure to your depression is to ponder upon yourself. Here's a video that helped me a lot. I hope it helps you. And I'll say it's a really good video, but for the protection value is really good. And if you believe in God, it's a really good video. And it's just an interesting video. And it's pretty well made, but it's like one of these. It's produced by like a Muslim talks or religious, or anyway, some kind of Muslim group. I don't know exactly, but it's a good video. So I'll spread that for you. And I would like to apologize to all the Muslims that I've inadvertently, carelessly, and thoughtlessly insulted in the past. So nothing personal. I'm just an idiot. I'm just a jerk. So those look, going on 20 minutes now, and I've only apologized to 4 people. So we'll have to stop there because I do have another job tomorrow early, so I gotta get up. But I do feel a bit refreshed today because I was able to go out, and my schedule will be much lighter next week. So look for more videos from me then. Thanks a lot, as always, for watching. I do appreciate your support. You guys are great. I do miss YouTubing, and when I don't get to YouTube, I do get depressed. So for me, YouTube is my God, my religion, I suppose. And when I can worship at your altar with you, then I feel better. And I've just been too busy to do that recently. So those are some apologies out of the way. Thanks for watching. I've got a whole list in front of me of people on Facebook that have written me messages, and I'm trying to get through more messages. So I'll get to them sooner, hopefully sometime next week. But anyway, that's enough for now. Question for you guys. What do you do when you're depressed? That's it. Tell me what you do when you're depressed. That's the last question. And talk to you soon. Peace out.